What's up? What's up? We are back with episode 6. Hello, Jos.
Hello, Tanya.
How
Welcome.
are you doing?
I am still processing the call we just had.
Oh
Like,
my God.
my mind is
Dream come true.
drifting towards a tropical breeze and just going outside and seeing all your lovely collection plants growing to their full potential. I mean, that's a dream. That's a dream.
It is. Without spoiling too much, just really quick what's coming up for today. All right. So, on today's episode, we have a very, very, very special guest, and you probably already saw it from the card or from the cover of the
It's the
episode.
clickbait. It's what people
Yeah, I know. But we got to speak to the incredibly lovely, charming Joep,
almost,
um,
almost.
almost
Yup, yup.
Joep
Yeah.
Moonen,
Moonen.
Moonen in French Guinea and in Cayenne specifically on his estate. And it was such a lovely interview, and I cannot wait to plug it in. But before we get there, we are going to cover the latest news. And then we're going to wrap it up with the weird plant.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a favorite.
Yeah. All right. So let's dive right in.
Pop culture, spilling the plenty.
All right, Tanya,
Hmm.
are you watching the latest season of Stranger Things?
Started watching that, I think, sometime last year, but it doesn't really speak to me.
Really?
Maybe I didn't give
Oh,
it enough chance. I don't know.
well, I started from when it aired, which is like, I think almost 10 years ago. I think it started almost 10 years ago, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken. Anyways, I don't need to explain what it is. It's a really popular show on Netflix, and the latest or the last season dropped a few weeks ago. So I was really excited to watch it. This week I saw a post in the Facebook group, and I also saw it on Reddit that's related to rare plants. So Stranger Things is related to rare plants. Moreover, there's a scene in the second episode of season 5 where we see the bedroom of the Wheelers family, and they show a particular plant there. It's a plant that you would recognize. I don't know if you can see the image, Tanya. It's a Philodendron Birkin. We talked about it previously.
right. Yeah.
So yeah, people who don't collect plants would not think anything of it, but our collectors, they know better. Philodendron Birkin is a mutation of Philodendron Royal Congo. And you should know Stranger Things season 5 takes place in 1987. Now, Philodendron Royal Congo was registered as a cultivar in 1996. So they did not do their research.
They didn't do the research.
I
Oh
mean,
gosh.
it
It's like
looks nice, but it's wrong. The plant did not exist at that time.
this is like the equivalent of seeing somebody on a early 90s show wearing a smartwatch or something, right?
It's exactly the same, Tanya.
Complete blooper. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think a lot of people care, but plant collectors do.
Of
It was just
course.
funny to see that when I Googled it, there were like different Reddit pages, different Facebook groups. So a lot of people saw it. There's a lot of people that focus on these kind of things.
Hmm. Well, wow. Yeah, I guess I have a similar piece of news for you. I was binge watching the other week a new series on Netflix called Absentia. And the funny thing was that like a defining trait of character for the bad guy in the show, he is obsessed with plants. Like, to the point where like, he has several properties, one of them being in Berlin, and he has, like, this gorgeous greenhouse that I guess you would call an orangerie. It looks like a proper, could be in Kew or in any of the other botanical gardens. It's a beautiful glass greenhouse, and he's sitting there plotting to take over the world, basically, while pruning his tropical plants and all of that.
Sounds
And
like
then
me.
the funny thing is, he has different locations throughout Europe where he keeps his prisoners, if you will, the objects that he studies on, his little sick things. And everywhere where he goes, there is like a lot of plants. So you see like this command center in one of his prisons, and there's rare plants all over the place. And it's so funny, the high tech and him being the villain and everything, but he's constantly snipping plants. So I thought that was really
Yeah.
interesting. I
Is
enjoyed
it
watching that.
historical or is it like
No,
current?
it's current day,
Okay. So
but
we wouldn't
it's a good
find any
show.
plants that do not match the
No,
zeitgeist.
no, no. So the other, well, I can't say other week, it's other month now in November. I did a survey in the Facebook group Spill the Plant Tea. If you haven't joined that group, please do. I did a survey on stereotypes, not because I think stereotypes are a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't have any opinions about it, but it's like, I mean, through my work in the plant space, I have gotten to know many, many, many plant people, and they do share certain traits. And I put some options out there, and I was wondering what you thought about the two.
Is being crazy one of them?
Well, everybody's crazy now.
Plant collectors are a special kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I put some options on there and allowed people to add their own option. They were. It is said that plant collectors often are complete nerds, socially awkward, nurturing in their nature, highly intelligent, on a spectrum, or diverse of some kind, meaning somewhere on the rainbow of LGBTQ plus. I was wondering, can you guess which one's got the highest number of votes?
I would say like real plant collectors would definitely be nerdy. I think
Hmm.
it's either nerdy or just somebody who likes to show off on Instagram, but I don't think that's a real plant collector. Anyways, that's a discussion we're not gonna have. Um, so so I think yes, nerdy definitely. The others, mm, not sure.
Okay, I'll
Like
give you the numbers. There was three outliers in this survey that got the highest rates. Coming in at 33%, they are complete nerds. Totally agree with that. Coming in at 23%, socially awkward.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Well,
No,
you're very outgoing.
but a lot of plant people I know are very outgoing.
Well,
You're
maybe they lumped socially awkward in with being introverted a bit, maybe.
yeah, that's not the same.
Yeah. And then the third one with 22% is that they are diverse.
Well, that's true for me, but I don't know if like more concentrated for plant collectors, maybe.
If I go through my own friends who are plant collectors, I think I know one person, one male person, who is a plant collector, like in my immediate circle, who is not diverse, and that is my son. Maybe he just hasn't told me, but no. Um, but yeah, it's I do come across a lot of people, and how do you say that?
But no, yeah. For me it's not like that, but maybe that's because I am
Bagel.
on the
Ego.
rainbow spectrum
Big
that
bear.
I know a lot of people who are too.
Well,
So
great.
then
I
when it
can't
comes to plant
stand your
collectors, that
foot
doesn't
style.
strike me as
I'm gonna say it comes from the appreciation of aesthetics.
uh, no, sure.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
It was.
Yeah. By the way, there are many other surveys in that group. If you like taking part in short surveys, polls, go ahead, give us something. to spill the tea on.
We love spilling the tea. The last news I have for today is something a bit more serious. It was news coming from the US, from Florida more specifically.
Mhm.
Uh, have you ever heard about the ghost orchid?
Oh my god, I have.
Okay. So it's a known story in the US, or?
No, it's just because I recently came across an interview with Jocelyn, I think is her name, from the Rare Plant Fairy, who mentioned that she has
Oh,
it in TC.
oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting you say that because the news um, that got to me was that there are still poachers at large trying to collect that ghost orchid. So the um, scientific name of ghost orchid is Dendrophylax lindenii, and it grows in parts of Florida and Cuba in swamp-like areas. So most of its life, it's a leafless orchid. Um, you can see from the picture here, Tanya, when it doesn't grow uh, a flower, it looks very, how would you describe it? Unparticular.
Mhm.
It's just very hard to detect. It looks like roots on a tree trunk. Um, but then when it starts to flower, it has this very delicate white bloom, and that is what makes it very striking and beautiful. And but also what makes it um, interesting to collect for collectors. The thing is that there are fewer than 1,000 ghost orchids remaining in the US, and
Mhm.
that goes down every year because poachers still go into the protected areas to collect these plants. And these areas are very inhospitable. So there's wildlife over there. There's alligators, but there's also uh, mosquitoes, etc. So it's not only very hard to detect, it's also a very inhospitable area to collect. So there must be really good incentive, between brackets, for poachers to go in there to collect it. But um, apparently it is still popular for poachers to go there. There are some conservation efforts going on, and they are trying to get it listed on the Endangered Species Act in the United States, which would make it up for penalties up to $50,000 and a year in prison. So
Wonderful.
there are some things being done to help it, because this ghost orchid is described as a canary in the coal mine species. So it's decline signals that there are some issues in the ecological system in the swamps because of habitat degradation. And then when you add poachers to the mix, the plants just really suffer.
Okay, if any poachers are listening, you can stop it right now, because frankly, it's pissing me off, and it is in TC. You can leave it alone now. Please.
Yes. But there's one note to that, because indeed it's in TC. It has been in TC for quite some time. But the thing is that there are very few plants that are really big, and even then, very few plants that are actually in bloom. So that's why poachers still go in the wild to collect these large specimens that are in bloom. NTC plants, they're just a lot smaller and mostly not in bloom. Anyways, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I think unless we have it really wildly cultivated, poachers will still see their benefits in going.
Okay, Rare Plant Fairy to the rescue, please. Rare
Yes.
Plant Fairy to the rescue.
Shout out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We could probably do an entire episode just me swearing about poachers, but for so many reasons. Probably also because I'm a mother, so I'm thinking about the planet beyond my own existence. Not cool.
Yeah, just start a new podcast, Tanya Monologues, where you just shout.
Yeah. Do
Yes.
the Karen all day long.
There's a Karen. Yeah. I think the interview is coming up, right?
Oh my goodness, guys. I hope you're as excited as I am. He is the very sweetest. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you. Yup.
I see you.
Hey, wonderful.
Please,
Good morning.
I can hear you clearly.
That's wonderful.
Tanya, it's better in English. Or
No, we do it in English for sure. But nice to meet you.
Nice
Jos.
to meet you too.
Okay, well, let's start if you want.
Yeah, of course. Just a quick housekeeping, I guess. We have prepared a couple of questions
Okay.
that tie to your background in botany and as a naturalist. But really, we can take this in any which direction that you want, whatever you feel you want to share with the world. Um, yeah, and again, I'm so, so, so happy that you agreed to meet us for this podcast. Yep. Yup.
It's an
I keep,
honor.
yeah, I keep on wanting to say it like I read it, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
you,
try to teach her.
you, exactly, you did it right.
Yeah, you.
But the French say Joep,
Okay.
the Brazilians say Yupi, so it all depends. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it could be worse. My friend is called Jeroen, and they call him urine in English.
Yeah.
I can never
True.
get his name right.
Yeah, well, it's a matter of pronunciation, but can be very hard. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us, how are you on this fine December morning?
Well, I sit here now on our terrace. I can show you just a moment. No, the image is gone. So, oh no, you can see it.
Yeah, we can see.
But I sit on the terrace. The weather is cloudy. It's relatively cool. So it's perfect. The terrace has all plants here. So it's tropical paradise still.
Wonderful. I'm not jealous at all.
I
No.
am. I am. I definitely am.
No, it's nice.
Mr. Joep Moonen is the
Yes.
last name. Right.
Yes.
So why don't you share with our listeners how they might know you, specifically in the plant collector world?
Well, I think the people in the plant collector world, especially in the aroid world, know me by my articles for the IAS newsletter because there I publish little things since about 2000, the year 2000.
Okay.
So that's how many. 2 years ago, we had a trip. We made a trip to Singapore, Thailand, a plant trip, and I was surprised that everybody knew me.
Yeah.
Really, and I was with two friends, and they really were. But you're not even on Facebook or whatever it is. No, I don't like the social media, but all people know me. But I think the name is very short, Joep, and everybody knows, of course, that's in the hobby. They know Philodendron Joepie. So that's the link.
Yeah.
Right.
We had the same from Bill in the interview. He also said like I was visiting Asia and I was surprised to know that everybody knew me over there.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Y-
I
Yeah.
have a question for you. Can you describe how a day in the life of Joep Moonen looks like for you? Like when you wake up, what is an average day look like to you?
Well, you see, now I'm retired. I'm in my 80th year. And so we wake up always very early because my wife, Marijke, is really an early tropical person. So as soon as it gets light and the birds start singing, I wake up and perhaps I read very little, but normally I go to the bathroom, the normal things that you do in the morning, brushing your teeth, washing. And then I go down. I go to my little office. It's the only air conditioned place we have. And there I give goodies to our two dogs. They love that. That's a ceremonial. Then I water the plants on the terrace. That takes me about 10 minutes because every morning I do that. I take the dogs out for a little outing at our place. So after I open the computer to see if there are any messages, then we have breakfast. And after I start doing physical work because it's still cool in the morning and I can do physical gardening or repotting plants or go in the forest. There might be a tree fallen or whatever. So always physical things to do. And that I do until 10. And then it's getting too hot. So then I start doing other things like writing articles and whatever.
Where do you publish your articles?
Mainly now in the IAS newsletter. You
Mhm.
might see them every 3 months. And before, well, I did also sometimes. I'm very interested in bromeliads too. So in Germany, there is the German Bromeliad Society. I do some articles there, and I think that's about it for the moment. In the past, when I was in Suriname, my first interest, in fact, is animals, reptiles, and mammals. So I published quite a lot in the Dutch Herpetological magazine too.
What's your favorite
So,
reptile?
what sort of reptiles?
Mhm.
Well, the reptiles that live here in this area, in the Guianas. So my main interest in Suriname was caiman. No crocodiles, but caiman.
Mhm.
I three species. Here I even four because it's Amazonian. But also snakes. In 79 already, we wrote a book about the Suriname snakes in color. So that was really nice. Lizards, of course, they are everywhere and they're such nice animals. And what do we have more? Turtles, of course, sea turtles, river turtles, and land turtles,
I love
tortoises.
turtles. I love tortoises.
Oh, yeah, they're nice.
Remember I once told you that I love Corsica?
Corsica.
Yeah.
They,
They have a really big turtle park where they have like 70 different species of turtles and tortoises, like from the tiniest colorful Japanese ones to the biggest land turtles. It's amazing.
that's amazing. On
Mhm.
Corsica.
Yeah.
Oh, I,
Of
uh,
all places.
I have to go there.
But going back to plant fame, what does it feel like to have such a popular philodendron named after you? Like, did that make you feel special? Was it touching?
Well, I will tell you, the philodendron, what's now called Joepie, I found already in 1990 because we were just here and I was exploring rivers that could be useful to bring our tourists to, the naturalists. That was my idea. So the first trip I took to the Mataroni River, that's only an hour driving from here with a trailer, with a boat. The first trip, we went on that river in two tiny canoes with small outboards. And just by chance, I saw a philodendron on the side of the banks that was kind of eaten by the leafcutter ants, I thought. But so we passed it. And then a minute later, I thought, hey, but that was strange. All the leaves were eaten sort of the same way. So we went back and I thought, no, this looks like is natural. So I tried to collect it. It was high in the tree. But finally, it was on a ant nest as well. But finally, it fell in the canoe. You got rid of the ants, and there it was. And then I started cultivating it. It was doing well, and it even after 2 years it bloomed. And so it was nice, but I didn't think much about it. Apart that I have, I could find it nowhere. So then in 1995, there was a big hurricane in Florida. I think it was Andrew, the hurricane. The zebras of the Metro Zoo were running wild on the highway. It was that
Oh,
bad. It
wow.
was really bad. And so my friends there, they lost all their iroids. They were blown away. So Julius Booth, I mailed you about,
Mhm.
Julius said, "Joep, if you come, please, can you bring back some curtains of iroids? Because most people lost their collection." I said, yes. So that I brought the Yuppies to the United States. And Tricia Frank, by that time the treasurer, and D.W. Fisk, a big name in iroids in those days, they all got those plants and started growing them. And then one day I went with Julius to Dewey, and Julius said, "This is a really nice plant. It's doing well. What is the name?" And I just joked. I said, "That's Philodendron Yuppie." It didn't have a name. But Julius took me serious. And that's how the plant got known by name. It went all over, and he grew it well, and he shipped them everywhere. So all the people thought it was Philodendron Yuppie. That's how it started. And
That's
then,
wonderful.
that's really was a joke. So, and then finally, Tom Croot, our famous botanist, described it as an hybrid, and it gave my first name. So that's kind of funny.
I love that. I mean, bits and fragments of that story are probably
Really,
known among
yeah,
collectors, but I love hearing it from you
it was really
in
funny.
detail.
I think we
So
could listen to stories about your collecting for hours. I mean, it's just so cool. The idea of going in nature and collecting plants that then, 40 years later would be the hot to collect plants.
it's really nice. Well, you see, I collect plants. I hardly go out for the plants. We here we have a guest house. We got a lot of people interested in fish, in birds, in mammals, in bats, everything. I took those people out to the forest, and while they're looking at the thing, what I where they came for, I look in the trees on the and that's how I collect iroids. And about 2002, the road to Brazil went open, so we can drive in 2-3 hours to the Oyapock River, and that's an area that's hardly explored
Oh,
by botanists. Oyapock River. So when we go there 1 or 2 times a year, the people are there in the element, the forests are beautiful, and I go and look out for plants. So I combine it all also always with my visitors.
what a lovely setup you have for your,
Well,
combining your passions and everything.
yeah, that's right. But you see, when we came to French Guiana, I had a kind of plan because I didn't speak French, and what I could drive a car, I could run boats. So that was the idea. By that time, Suriname was still closed because there was a civil war. So
Mm.
in fact, our first visitors came from Belgium, from Antwerp, and they were in herpetology. And so that's how we started to work. We didn't have electricity, we didn't have streaming water, but it rains enough here. So to make messages, I had 1 week, 1 times a week, we went to Cayenne, and we could use the fax of a friend. That's how we started the business. And then we always had guests.
That's lovely. Oh, I wish I could come.
I mean, now from Europe is not too hard. We have 2 flights from Paris every day. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, it's very easy. From Miami is a little bit more complicated and more expensive, but it's possible also. But from Europe, we are part of Europe here. French Guiana is an overseas
Mhm.
department, so no problem.
All right.
Wow.
So when we're rich, Tanya, that's next to Corsica, we'll visit. French Guiana too.
Yeah, okay.
We'll have a
Thank
team meeting at
You know,
Joep's place.
this podcast is gonna make us so much money. We can fly to French Guiana twice a year and visit the well, we can dream.
But so I collect plants. And then, of course, our place, we have 5 hectares, and 3 hectares are virgin rainforest. It's very rare in this area, but there was never cut the forest down. So there I have many plants also. Just 20 meters behind the buildings, there's rainforest too. So many things I collect in nature. I first cultivate on the terrace, and when they get too big and too heavy, I bring them to the forest, and they do very well there.
You think there could still be like undescribed species in that virgin
Oh,
forest?
not here in the forest, but the new species, well, undescribed, I always keep on the pots. I have them right there standing, and I plant them in red pots, and I have a special little thing there that are just undescribed species.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're always there here.
I have a question, Mareike. Does she like plants too, your wife?
Oh yes, yeah. That she does too. And when I'm gone with guests for more days, she does take care of my plants. So she loves plants, she loves animals, and she is from origin. She comes from Suriname. That's where I met her when I was working in the zoo in Suriname. So, oh yeah,
Isn't there a
I took,
tomato film called Mareke?
yes, you're right. Yeah.
And that's named
I,
after her?
well, Marijke is it's an hybrid, uh, Philodendron Marijke. It's a hybrid between Gouldi, that grows here, and Solimucense, that grows here. I'm seeing them in the wild too, once in a while. And so that's called after Marijke. It's not officially described. Tom Coat has all the material, but perhaps one day, but everybody knows that. It's a beautiful big plant. Yeah.
Wow,
Th-
what a testament.
Yeah,
That's
that's
beautiful.
Philodendron Marijke. Sure.
I I have a bit of a different question. So as you know, the Netherlands are known for being major producers of plants, including tropicals and greenhouses. Do you think there's something that makes the Dutch particularly successful in growing plants, or is it just history or coincidence, or do you think there's something about the Dutch and their, you know, uh, why it
Frankly,
makes them so successful in growing and exporting plants?
frankly, I never thought about it, but I know in the 19th century, 18 something, okay, Dutch were always big traders. They went everywhere with boats and whatever to Asia, to Indonesia, to our colonies, West Indies. So they had a lot of international contacts. That's kind of genetic, I would say. Then in the 1800s, tulips from Turkey were very popular and worth a lot of money. And the Dutch people like money, they needed. So they went to Turkey and they bought those tulips and they cultivated and they were very successful at that. So perhaps there was the origin of the Dutch plant business. It's possible. I don't know. But I know it's very successful. Well, in Thailand, if you go there, they are extremely successful in plants. That's incredible what they are doing. So that's about all I know about in Holland.
I have one more question for you, and then I would open it up for you to leave a message for the listeners. But our last question is, if you could choose to live in any other time period, future or past, which period would you choose as it relates to growing and collecting plants?
Well, if I was real botanist, what I'm not, I have no studies in biology at all. So, but if I was a botanist, I would prefer the late 1800s or early 1900s, I think. That was really a nice time. The scientific people then, the botanists, biologists, they went with help, local help, to the jungles of South America, to Suriname, Guyana, Venezuela. I think that was a nice time. Africa, of course, and Asia. That was really, I think, a very good time. But even today, now, our time, there's still plenty to discover in Amazonia. Absolutely. Really. Here
I
is,
love that you say that.
no, it's true that it's a lot of exploit, but there's still a lot that I didn't see.
And do you
Mhm.
think you can make a career out of it now at this moment?
Who can make a career?
No, there's still a lot to do to discover and to describe, but
Yeah, yeah.
do you think you can make a career out of it? Do you think it can be something you can live off?
Well, I do it as a hobby, but okay, if I have new aroids, I cultivate them here at the pots, full with aroids. Then when they bloom, when they are in flower, I dry them and send the material to Dr. Tom Croat in Missouri. He knows how to describe aroids. If it is bromeliads, I send them to Holland, where is a bromeliad specialist, Erik Gouda in Dutch. I know him since he was 4 years old, and we are very good friends, and he knows how to describe bromeliads. He even described an Achmea, a big spiky bromeliad, and give it my name. So that's really nice also. So, and I have 6 other hybrids, natural hybrids, still waiting to be described. So
Wow.
that's my hobby, but perhaps you can call it almost
Yeah,
uh,
maybe you can send the next ones to Belgium, Joep. I will gladly accept them.
uh, I always, uh, you do alteriums, right?
Yes, many of
Yeah,
dream.
but you know, the alteriums, I found a few new ones too, and they even have one growing in the forest. But it's better you come and look. So yeah,
I will, yeah, I'll do that. Gladly.
it's not too expensive from Europe in the right season. You have to play on internet and Paris, Cayenne. Like I say, there are two flights a day. There's concurrence, so sometimes you can go pretty affordable.
I'll look into it.
We might have to
Yes,
check that out.
yeah, yeah.
To wrap this up for the interview itself, Yoop, is there anything you would like plant collectors out there, maybe even the younger generations, to know about you, about the plants that they collect, the world, whatever? Is there? Because I feel like so many people adore you, and
You flatter me.
no, I mean, come on, remember how excited I was the first time I got to email you? Oh gosh. Yeah, it's like I guess some people like music and adore their music
Yeah,
stars, and other people just, you know, I like plants. I adore
do it.
the names and the trade. Is there anything you would like to share with the world?
Just what I like to share with the world is enjoy nature, preserve nature, because it's the biggest treasure there is, and you cannot replace it. Once you put it down, make industry, whatever, destroy it, it's really a crime towards our, but also to the animals, to the plants. In
Yeah,
my philosophy, all, well, I borrowed that philosophy, Tanya, all creatures, living creatures, are equal. And so we have to respect trees, plants. I love the animals. Don't kill them, but enjoy them. Let them live their lives. And that's all I want to say. Preserve nature and enjoy it. There is no more than nature. That's all I think.
that's a wonderful message. I guess we can wrap up the interview at this point. Joep, I want to thank you again for your time, and it was
Thank
an
you.
absolute pleasure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you again. It's
Okay.
been a pleasure, and I look forward to our email exchanges. I hope you stay well
Thank you. Thank you.
and enjoy the upcoming holidays. Give our love to Mareike,
Thank you. I will do
and yeah.
next time.
Yes. Did you
Really nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Jos. Nice
I'm
to
really
meet you
happy.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Bye-bye.
let's stay in touch.
Stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. That was wonderful, wasn't it?
I'm still. I really want to go visit him now. I I checked tickets to fly from Paris to French Guiana, and he was right. It's quite affordable.
Okay. Well, when you get there, look for the red pots on the porch.
I mean, I still don't have any money, but once I do,
Red pots on the
okay,
porch.
okay, yes,
Okay.
yes, I will.
What's next? What's
We've got
next?
weird plans.
Weird plans, weird plans. Everybody loves weird plans.
Yay!
That's my favorite part. And you know, by the way, we add the images on our YouTube channel, so you can
Yeah,
check.
we do.
Yeah, you can check those. You know, we describe the plans, but it's better to look at them because they're
I
really
mean,
weird.
they're linked in the show notes, right? But
That's true. Yeah.
let's be honest, guys. Jos is making me edit the video that is supposed to only be a transcript, right? But he's making me edit the videos to add pictures in there.
Oh, poor
I think I did it the
Tanya.
first time in episode 4 with Frasier, and I didn't do it for the last one because I forgot. But for this one, I will. So check out the YouTube.
Make her work, ladies and gentlemen.
All you gotta do is work, 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 work,
Work,
work.
work, work, work. Let's start with the first one. Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
I have Haworthia cooperi. Look at it.
It's gorgeous. It's I have
Eh.
several.
Oh, okay.
It's like the only succulent that I try to keep alive that I actually bought myself.
I thought it was rarer. I didn't know you had it. Does
Well,
it
I did.
actually look like the picture?
When it's very warm outside and it's just watered, yes, then they become quite clear.
But let's describe it first.
Right. Okay. So what do I see? I see a little pot with these little, it almost looks like boba bubbles, clear
Mm,
greenish boba bubbles,
bubble tea.
boba tea, that are held by some green little half cage. I don't know. But
Slimy.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. It looks like boba bubbles to me. And it's really cute.
I like it. But it looks
It's
weird.
weird. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it doesn't look like a plant at all.
well, that's the reason why I bought it when I first saw it, I think like 3 years ago. And I had to like really go and find it. I think I got it in Poland from a seller. And it was so cheap. I'm like, what? I think I paid like €4 or something for a
Oh.
pot. And I bought 5.
Do you have to resist the urge to pop them like pop?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
And
so
I
I'm.
do like to rinse them underwater
Mhm.
just to make sure that they're really clean. Like my other succulents, I don't rinse, but
Yeah,
these
but
I
can
do.
they take watering like succulents? They don't need a lot of water, like, or
Um,
do these?
no, I water them like I water my cacti.
Okay,
Sans the booby cactus, because that I only water like 2, 3 times a year. But
so I'm guessing you're gonna rate it quite low
yeah,
because you're
it's more
used to it.
beautiful than it is weird, in my opinion. I'm gonna give it a 3,
Okay,
and
fair
that's
enough.
because it's translucent to a point. Yeah.
I think it's still weird, but like beautiful doesn't have to mean not weird.
Mm,
But I guess it's not weird to you because yeah, you see it every day.
yeah.
Okay, next up, Selaginella ostenfeldi.
That is some interesting color. Is that
Mhm.
real? Is that
I think
induced?
so. I must admit, I didn't do enough research on this one, but I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the colors are a bit distorted because of LED lighting for sure,
Mhm.
but
It kinda looks like corals and like neon corals, green,
Mhm.
purple, orange. Um, it looks like they would be glowing, but that again might be the light. They probably don't glow. It's just that the colors pop so much. Um, what is it? Like, where does this grow?
so it's like a species of spike moss, native to Indochina.
Indochina.
And so
Okay.
it's known for its delicate bluish green segmented leaves. Like looking for different pictures, like it depends on the light, of course. Like sometimes it just looks green, but then in certain lights, it does really look fluorescent, purple, bluish.
Wow, that is amazing. That's like mermaid blue green.
Mhm.
It does give me like kind of ocean vibes. I don't know why, but like a Christmas tree
Yeah, I was
that
thinking the
went full
same. Just
mermaid.
imagine your Christmas tree being that color.
Oh my God. That would be kitsch.
Yeah, it's already kitsch. You know how I feel about Christmas.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, that's cute and weird. I'm gonna give that a 5.
Okay, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I
Mhm.
have one final one called Pterysanthus polita.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. It looks like somebody pulled the meat out of a lobster claw or something. Like it's really bright red. It has these weird green spheres on it. I don't know, are they berries? Um, is that a flower? Is it it must be a flower, right?
It is like a deformed kind of leaf structure
Uh-huh.
that turns into kind of inflorescence. I don't know how to describe it completely, but yeah, it is native to Singapore. The green parts you see are like seed pods.
Mm-hmm. They look like peas,
Yeah, exactly. But to me,
shelled
like
peas.
the color, the striking difference between the fuchsia and the green looked so surreal to me.
Interesting. I wonder if it's edible. Probably not. And then it has these little antennas coming off. That is really weird.
I don't know what the function of these antennas are, though.
Mm.
They
Well,
might.
probably attract pollinators.
Mhm. Yeah.
They probably secrete something and then attract the pollinators. This is, yeah, that's a, now that I zoomed into the red one, the first picture you showed me, that surface kind of reminds me of a strawberry.
Ah, yeah.
That's weird. Okay. Now, see, that is something I would like to see in person and touch and smell, and that's
But
really weird. I'm
it
gonna
looks
give that.
fake, doesn't it? Like
It does.
that's something like a toddler would craft with
Play-Doh.
with Play-Doh.
That looks so weird. The little antennas are cute, though. Come on. Now I wish I knew how to speak plant and I could hear what it's emitting through those antennas. Eat me, eat me, eat me. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 9
Whoopa.
just because I cannot make out what that is supposed to be.
Yes. Okay. So
Oh, the little pimples that I said are like the yellow strawberry dots. Is that what these green things are growing from? Like,
yes, they are
oh wow. Imagine they all
swollen.
ripen at
Like
once.
yeah,
That's weird. Okay.
they're like
May-
swollen seed pods. Pods.
Maybe the red
Berries.
part is the equivalent to a spadix and an anthurium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I like this one. Well done, Yus. Big
Thank
fat
you.
9.
Thank you. More coming up in the next weeks.
Yeah. Guys, I hope you enjoyed our little foray into Netflix and shows, and of course, our lovely interview with Joep Moonen. Um,
So I
if y-
propose our next
yeah.
shows will be recorded in French Guiana.
Do they have stable internet?
Okay, maybe Corsica then.
Yeah, Corsica is cool. I'm all for that, but I already have my tickets booked for Corsica for next summer, by the way. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, let's wrap it up because people have things to do. People need to go water their plants. People, water your plants. Come on.
Thank you for listening. And follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Send us an email. We never get emails. Come on.
Yes.
propculture@horticult.com. You'll find that email address in the show notes. Tell us how you like the podcast. Tell us what we can do better. Tell us who we should interview. I want an email.
Yeah. I can send you an email.
I don't want your email.
Okay, whatever.
Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Prop culture. Spilling the plenty. Prop culture. Spilling the plenty.